it's so frustrating. I spent all of last year looking for Jordan 4s to review for the channel. My least favourite one right here, bang, was that pony hair, the Olivia Kim pony hairs. I wanted to like them. I really did. I wanted to like them, but I just couldn't like them. But I spent all of last year looking for those great Jordan 4s that would come for the 30th anniversary. I've talked about it a lot on my channel about how disappointed I was in the Jordan 4s that dropped last year, with the exception of the bread 4s, which I bought 2 pairs of by accident, but you know, admittedly 2 pairs of. And those bread 4s were my first ever pair of Jordans, and there's a reason why I had never owned a pair of Jordans before, and you can check that down in the description. There's a link down there. So the bread 4s and the cool greys, I like the cool greys, did a review about those guys, bang, right there. But with the exception of those two, the bread 4s and the cool greys, I was really disappointed in the 30th anniversary year of the Jordan 4 line. And here we are, we're into 2020, the 30th anniversary of the Jordan 5 line. And finally they're dropping a great looking Jordan 4 sneaker. I love it. I think it's a great retro to drop. A really fine sneaker. Just disappointed that it wasn't part of last year's celebrations. But without further ado, let's dig into this one. Today what we're looking at is the Nike Air Jordan 4 Black Cat. This is the Tokyo Bada 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Bada 23 sneaker channel. Des Mainichi, Outsole no de Mainichi Mite Kudasai. Every single day I drop you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. And today's no different as we're digging into that Nike Air Jordan 4 Black Cat, an absolutely fine looking sneaker, which I think people are going to be clawing over each other to get to. This is going to be one of the biggest sneakers of the season for some very, very good reasons. It's a fine looking sneaker and I'm looking forward to talking about it with you guys today. But I'm also looking forward to Sunday when Shoe Butter brings one of the rarest sneakers in the world to the channel. Rare sneakers in hand. Every Sunday we're talking one-of-ones, player exclusives, sneakers you've never seen before in your life. For example, the Graffiti 8. Ding! If you don't know what the Graffiti 8s are, that's an amazing video to watch and see. One of the rarest pairs of sneakers in the world in hand. And so Shoe Butter brings us a shoe every Sunday. And leading up to that, I drop you guys 5 hints to try and work out which shoe it's going to be this week. Already this week I have hinted on Tuesday, quack. On Wednesday, 5s, and then today's hint is player exclusive. So from those 3 hints, you can work out which rare sneakers come to the channel on Sunday. Hit me up with a comment down below and make sure that you're around on Sunday to see one of the rarest sneakers in the world in hand. And it's, I mean, yeah, like seriously. But anyway, enough about that. Let's move on and then get into these sneakers today. It's the Black Cats, as I said at the top of this video, and they are an absolutely brilliant colorway, an amazing sneaker. Can't believe they didn't retro this last year. Like I said, I really can't believe it. There were so many 4s dropped and so few colorways that I was at all interested in last year. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it like, you know, like it's something to do with the season or something. Like instead of being the calendar year, like January through December, they're going to do it in line with like the basketball season or something like that. You know, so it's the 30-year anniversary of the basketball season that the Jordan 4s were in. So technically speaking, it's still the 30th year anniversary. But anyway, I mean, I was looking for more last year, disappointed, and then here we are today talking about the upcoming release of these all black cats, which are brilliant looking sneaker. I really like them. I'm looking forward to talking to them with you today. But do make sure before we do that you've hit subscribe. There are many people who have already subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. But if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button down below. And everybody hit the like. The like button is a big thing for channels like mine. So please do hit that like. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say that in Japanese at the start of my videos. 登録よろしくお願いします。あと知ってのいいねをクリックすると助かるので、その2点をよろしく。 yoroshiku, onegaishimasu. So anyway, these black cats, let's have a look at them now. The thing that I really like about them is the matte versus the gloss. So the matte is the kind of dull, soft colouring, and then the gloss is the shiny, kind of sparkly colouring. So let's stay with the matte side of things first. Now, most of the matte colouring comes from that all black nubuck upper, front to back, top to bottom. All the leather on this is nubuck, and all of it is jet black. In the tongue, in the toe box, in the midfoot, the heel section, all of that is in this black nubuck leather, which is sure to be as soft can be. No, there isn't a better material to make sneakers from. In my opinion, it's an absolutely fine way to make sneakers out of that nubuck leather. But it's a soft, and I don't know, it's almost like it absorbs light in a way that other materials don't. So it's a soft kind of matte finish that you get from that. Now, if the whole sneaker had been done in matte finishes, I don't think it would have worked. So what we're going to talk about now is the lacing system, and then the mesh materials that you see on the midfoot panel, but also on the tongue. They are in this sort of glossy, shiny materials, as is normal for an Air Jordan 4. And you can see that in that kind of triangle that holds the top lace lock in place, where you've got the waffle eyelets up there, and then you can also see it in the, like I said, in the mesh that comes around it. I think because that's in that glossy, shiny finish, it works to break up the sneaker. So you still get that all black effect, but because one part or half of the sneaker is in the matte finish and the other half of the sneaker is in the glossy finish, it kind of breaks it up so it's not just a total black effect. Sometimes with all black sneakers, they can look too black in a way, and you need to break that up somehow. And it's not possible to break up two shades of black, because black is black. But it is possible to break up two different materials and to get that matte versus that gloss finish. And I think it really, really works on these guys. There are a couple of places where there's a little bit of color in there, but even then it's toned down. It's not in contrast to the upper. It's kind of in concertation or something, I don't know how to say it, with the upper. The two places I want to look at on that is on the tongue, where you can see that Jumpman logo in light grey above the word flight, also in light grey on a black panel on a black tongue. So you've got that true to black tongue on there, but just to give a little bit of definition, you've got that light grey Jumpman, that light grey flight on there. Yesterday when I was talking about the LeBron 17 infrareds, I mentioned how the word LeBron was written on the below the 23 on the tongue in this font, in this flight font, and how disappointed I was in that. I didn't like it. But here we are with it, one day later, talking about a classic pair of Jordan 4s and looking at that classic detailing on the tongue with that Jumpman logo and the word flight, both in light grey, to be a bit more pop, a bit of colour in there. The same kind of balance of colouring on the outsole. It's, in my opinion, it's kind of unusual to see a single tone outsole like this on an Air Jordan 4. Usually, I think you'd have 3 different colors down there, maybe 2, but having just one all the way front to back, broken up by that Jumpman in there. I think it looks like white. It might be the same grey as the Jumpman on the tongue, but I think it looks like white on the outsole there. But it's kind of unusual to see that all black outsole. It goes with the rest of the shoe without saying, so it's a win for me. And that little hit of colour to break it up there with the Jumpman on there, I think works pretty well. But then when we take these guys and flip them around and have a look at the back, at the heel, you can see they've gone with the Jumpman. So it's always a debate with Jordan 4s to go with Nike Air or go with the Jumpman on the back of these guys. It was one of the big things about the Bread 4s dropping earlier in 2019, that they'd gone back to the Nike Air branding instead of the Jumpman. But here we can see the Jumpman is very, very similar to those cool greys that I talked about earlier, where it's a sort of metallic effect Jumpman, but in that black colorway. So it's sort of, with the cool greys, I thought it was in contrast to the upper, but with this one here, you can see that it actually sort of melds in with the upper really, really nicely, and you have to look at it at a certain angle to kind of see it pop in that metallic kind of finish. So all in all, I mean, that's the whole sneaker, top to bottom, front to back. I look at every different part of it and every section of it. I think it's a fire sneaker. I'm finally excited about a Jordan 4 again, which has taken months and months and months. Like I said at the top of this video, I was really disappointed with the Jordan 4 line leading into 2019. I was expecting so much more out of them, and then here we are at the top of 2020, and we finally got a sneaker that I can actually get a little bit excited about, a little bit interested in. So the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 4 Black Cat for me is a very big thing. I like them very much. I'll be interested to see what happens out there and if people jump all over these guys and if they sell out as well as I think they are, and I think they will. I was looking at the sneakers app the other day, and is it the What The? I think the Nike Air Jordan 4 What This are still sitting here in Japan. Don't know about in the rest of the world, but they're still sitting here. It's disappointing to see a 4 sitting on the sneakers app. Especially such an iconic silhouette, but just like I said, I mean, I think they missed the mark on a bunch of the colorways last year. So hopefully this will mark a return to form for the Air Jordan 4 line. Okay, that's enough from me today. Thank you guys for checking out my content. I do appreciate it tremendously. Thank you for hitting me up with those comments down below and the subscribes and the likes and all that kind of stuff. It does help an awful lot. And Bar Movement people, I was speaking to Shoe Butter at the weekend, and he was shooting videos, and some of them, man alive, that collection is just a thing to see. So I don't think I put the playlist up earlier, so I'll put the playlist for the Butter Movement up there, which has all those rare sneakers in it. If I didn't put up the playlist already, then I just pointed at Fresh Air. So, but it is quite a thing to see, an amazing shoe collection, an amazing thing to be able to bring to my channel. For now though, time for me to sign off. As I do this every single day though, it means that you, if you want your sneaker information, if you want to hear about upcoming sneaker releases, you can get that from me every single day. So because I'm doing this every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.